Imagine you open your eyes, but this morning is different. The sun shining through your window isn't that warm. Yellow light, you know? It's pale, hazy, almost a ghostly blue. The sky is draped in a crimson pink hue. The surface beneath your feet isn't soil, it's red, dusty, and lifeless. Where are you? You're on Mars. And here's the real question. Could you survive even a single day in this world? We all see Mars from a distance, as a romantic fantasy of exploration. But the reality is harsher, more dangerous, and maybe more fascinating than you can imagine. Today, we're not just going to list scientific facts about Mars. No, we're going to take you on a survival experience, from morning till night, on the red planet. Are you ready? It's 6:37 a.m. Your first day on Mars begins. Inside your habitat module, it's safe, warm, and pressurized. But you have to go outside. Your mission: clean the solar panels. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. You start putting on your spacesuit. This 50-kilogram outfit isn't just clothing. It's your personal life support system. Inside, you've got water, oxygen, and a temperature control unit. That constant whisper you hear in your helmet, that's the suit counting down how many liters of oxygen you have left per minute. The airlock door hisses open, and in that moment, you feel the atmosphere of Mars for the very first time. Let's be real here. Most people are wrong about Mars's atmosphere. A lot of people think Mars doesn't have one, but it does. It's just incredibly thin. Only about 1% as dense as Earth's. So, what does that mean in practice? To understand the pressure difference, think of it like this. Here on Earth at sea level, the air pushes down on you with about 1 bar of pressure. On Mars, it's just 0.006 bars. That's less pressure than you'd find at the very top of Earth's highest mountains. So if you were to stand on the surface of Mars without a spacesuit, your blood would boil. Yes, you heard that right. At such low pressure, liquids turn into gas even at your normal body temperature. It's a phenomenon called ebulism, and it would kill you within minutes. But that's not even the real problem. It's now approaching noon. The sun is at its highest point in the Martian sky. The temperature is -5 degrees Celsius. Hey, that's not even freezing, you might think. Let's compare. At the North Pole in winter, it can drop to -40, but people can live there for months. So why is Mars so difficult, even at a relatively mild -5 degrees? Because Mars has almost no atmosphere to act as a giant insulation blanket. On Earth, our air traps the heat from the sun and distributes it slowly. On Mars, that heat disappears almost instantly. The moment you put your hand into the shadow of your own spacesuit, the temperature can plummet to -60 degrees Celsius, but the real killer is invisible. While you're cleaning the solar panels, you look up. That pale blue sun looks so innocent, but without the visor on your helmet, you'd be blinded in minutes. Why? Because Mars has no magnetic field. On Earth, our planet's liquid iron core acts like a giant magnet, protecting us from cosmic radiation. Mars has no such shield. The UV rays from the sun, cosmic particles, solar storms, they all hit the surface directly. If you lived on Mars for 1 year, you'd receive a radiation dose equal to getting 200 X-rays on Earth. Your cancer risk would increase by 5 to 10%. Imagine that. Every single day, you're soaking up a little more radiation. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but your DNA is slowly being broken down. Your cells are mutating, and there's nothing you can do about it. In the afternoon, you head out to collect a rock sample near the habitat. Your gloved hand scoops up some of the red dust. As a scientist, you feel a thrill of excitement. Martian soil. June thing, but I have to tell you a hard truth. You can't grow crops in Martian soil. Why? Because it's full of a highly reactive chemical called perchlorate. Is a compound used to make rocket fuel. On Mars, it makes up about 0.5% to 1% of the surface material. So what does that mean? If you try to grow plants directly in Martian soil, they absorb this chemical. And if you eat those plants, your thyroid gland will slowly shut down. Your metabolism will break. you'll become unable to produce energy. And if it's not treated, you die. Hollywood kind of lied to you. You've probably seen the movie The Martian, where Matt Damon's character grows potatoes in Martian soil. It's a fantastic film, but those scenes are scientifically inaccurate. Real colonists on Mars would first have to clean the soil of all these chemicals. That means washing it with water, using heat treatment, or even using bacteria to break down the toxins. It's a process that would take years, so farming on Mars isn't like on Earth, where you just plant seeds, water them, and watch them grow. On Mars, farming is a massive chemical engineering project. It's 7 p.m. Sunset on Mars is a magnificent sight. The sky is blue, with the horizon wrapped in shades of pink and red, a color palette that is the complete opposite of what we see on Earth. But within all that beauty, there's a deep sense of pain. Close your eyes and just think about it for a second. You are 55 million kilometers away from home. When you send a message to Earth, it takes 22 minutes for a reply to come back. Real-time conversation is impossible. If there's an emergency with your family, you won't find out for hours, and you can't do anything about it. Psychological collapse is the danger nobody really talks about. NASA now knows that the biggest risk in long-term space travel isn't technical failure. It's human psychology. On the first manned mission to Mars, the crew members will see no one but each other for 2 to 3 years. The same faces, the same voices, the same confined spaces. Conflicts are inevitable. Depression, anxiety, paranoia, these have been seen time and time again in isolated groups throughout history. There are stories from Antarctic research stations where, during the long winter nights, there have been cases of violence and severe depression among the crew. And in Antarctica, you at least have the option of returning home. On Mars, even that isn't a guarantee. This brings us to a really deep question. What makes us human? Is it just our physical existence? Or is it our social connections, our bond with nature? On Mars, there are no trees, no birds singing, no sound of leaves rustling in the wind. There's no smell of the ocean, no scent of rain on dry earth. Without all of that, can the human soul really stay whole? Perhaps the colonies on Mars will become the greatest psychological experiment in human history. And maybe the most important thing we'll learn there is just how precious Earth really is. So, can we survive on Mars? Yes. Technically, yes. With enough technology, resources, and time, we can establish colonies on Mars. We can build habitat modules, water extraction facilities, greenhouses, nuclear power plants. All of it is theoretically possible. But the real question is, why should we go? Some people say, if there's a catastrophe on Earth, Mars will be our backup plan. But is that really true? Mars is millions of times harsher, more deadly, and more uninhabitable than Earth. Even if a nuclear war broke out on Earth, our planet would still be more livable than Mars. The radiation, the toxic soil, the lack of atmosphere. None of Mars's challenges are any easier to solve than the worst-case scenarios here at home. So maybe going to Mars isn't about escaping Earth, but about learning how to protect it. A day spent on Mars teaches you one thing above all else. Earth is a miracle. Every breath you take, with oxygen freely available in the air, is a miracle. Every step you take on solid ground is a miracle. Looking up at the sky and seeing blue is a miracle. Mars shows us that life isn't something that just happens on its own. It's a fragile gift that exists because of billions of years of a delicate, perfect balance. Perhaps the real reason we need to go to Mars is to rediscover our love for Earth. So, what do you think? Is going to Mars a bold step for humanity, or is it an escape attempt? Would you want to live a day on Mars? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos exploring science, technology, and the future of the human spirit. Until next time, remember to protect our Earth, because there is no Planet B.